Hello everyone and welcome to This Day. Today is Thursday, August 10th and I'm Bobby Higgins. Coming up on This Day, we have the Golden Rain Foundation update with Juanita Skillman. GRF has their annual elections coming up and Juanita is going to give us all the details about submitting your applications, which can begin on September 8th. We're also going to be talking about veggie pods and updates with the electric vehicle charging stations. Now let's take a look at today's Stay Informed. The Department of Landscaping Services has received several calls in residents in both United and Third Mutuals stating that someone was distributing information sheets about a red stake program. Landscaping Services did not distribute this letter and is in the process of putting together a program similar to the one outlined in the handout. But the program still needs to go through the approval process with the landscape committees and all boards. Once it is approved, more details about the program will be announced, but it will not involve red stakes. Now taking a look at today's weather. Today there will be light rain before 11 a.m., then mostly cloudy with a high of 77. Tonight, 5-mile-per-hour winds will become calm after midnight. On Friday, it'll be cloudy through mid-morning, then gradually clearing with a high of 78 and a low of 64. Patchy fog returns after midnight. Saturday, fog in the morning. Otherwise, it'll be mostly sunny with a high of 80 and a low of 63. Sunday is mostly sunny with a high of 80 and a low of 62. Monday will be partly cloudy in the morning and then sunny the rest of the day with a high of 81 and a low of 63. And now taking a look at sunrise and sunset. This is a picture I took in Laguna Beach. After 6 p.m. this time of the year, owners are allowed to bring their dogs down to the beach, and so this little pup was just having a blast in the waves. Your sunrise this morning was at 6:09 a.m. and your sunset is at 7:42 p.m. Stay with us. We have a great show coming your way right after the break. It will be the Golden Rain Foundation update. But first, let's take a look at today's meetings.
Hi there, it's Bob Eubanks. You probably know me from the Newlywed Game, but what you may not know is I'm the only living person to have produced a Beatles show all 3 years they toured America. I've put together a great show called Backstage with the Beatles. I tell seldom or never before heard stories that lead up to music with a Beatle band on stage with me, Ticket to Ride. We're going to be here, Laguna Woods, in the Pack, September 23rd at 7 p.m.
Joint care so exceptional, you'll wish you'd done it sooner. At Memorial Care, we're voted high in patient satisfaction for a reason. Our specialized surgeons and care teams understand the pain you're going through, as well as the best personalized treatment to get you back to what you love sooner. With nationally recognized care, advanced technology like our Precision Mako surgical system, and support that's always by your side. Get ready to go forth with renewed joy. A new movement awaits at Memorial Care Orthopedic and Spine Institute.
Welcome to Harvard Eye Associates. We're focused on your eye care at all 3 of our Orange County locations.
Our new location in Laguna Hills, Orange, and San Clemente.
Each facility features the latest in advanced technology and diagnostic equipment.
And a trusted collection of doctors that care about your vision and your quality of life.
We deliver what matters to you and your family.
Harvard Eye Associates, the future of vision today.
The Salvation Army Orange County is committed to building hope in people's lives rather than just more shelters. The Center of Hope, a comprehensive homeless care solution, combines a 325-bed emergency shelter, 72 permanent supportive housing apartments, on-site medical, dental, vision, and mental health care, and an award-winning drug and alcohol rehabilitation center. Donate today to transform lives, create safer neighborhoods, and provide an opportunity to end chronic homelessness in Orange County.
Welcome back to This Day. Joining me now is Juanita Skillman with GRF. Juanita, thank you for being here today. I know You were just saying you have some things on your mind, family members you're concerned about, and prayers for you that everybody is safe and everyone is okay. So
thank you. Yeah, well, you don't expect this to happen in Hawaii.
yeah, the most beautiful place on earth. So yeah, hopefully everybody is okay. So, but moving to business, just for those that don't know, Golden Rain Foundation. What does Golden Rain Foundation take care of?
Golden Rain Foundation is in charge through the trust of all of the services and the amenities that we have. We have nothing to do with the housing units, that's Third and United. But everybody, whether you live in Third or United, is a member of GRF, and that gives you not only all of the services that we have, which is security and administration and social services. I mean, I could list them all. There's just tremendous services, and all of the amenities. So everything that a lot of people come here for are the amenities that we have here in the village. It's nice that they find a place that they like to live. It's nice that we have good mutual boards, but those are completely separate from GRF. So what we in GRF are budgeting for right now and working on are your services and your amenities. And we are a service organization.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, definitely a great place to live, and it's so nice to have these organizations in place to make it all run so smoothly. How long have you been director with GRF?
I've been on the boards for almost 12 years now.
Okay. What is it that drew you to want to be able to, do service in this way?
Well, there were some issues when I moved here 15 years ago. And right away there were a few issues, and so I started going to board meetings, and I kind of got hooked, and they asked me to be a direct advisor on one of the committees. I'm a certified records manager, and so we were having some issues with our bylaws and documents, and that's what I did. So I got on that, and then I was elected to the United Board twice, and VMS in between, and now GRF.
Oh, that's wonderful. We appreciate all your efforts and all your help. So GRF has annual elections coming up.
Yes, they do.
How many positions are available?
We have 4 seats available, and these are elected not by the residents, but by the corporate members who are the members of the mutual boards, United, Third, and Mutual 50, or the Towers. So beginning on Friday, the September 8th, they can pick up their applications from our corporate secretary here at the community center. And we have, of course, Michaela and Paul are absolutely fantastic people. We'll help walk you through everything you need. You have to complete your application, a video agreement, candidate statements. All of these are due no later than 5 o'clock on Tuesday, September 19th. And then right now we're also doing the mutual elections for Third and for United. And that will take place during September. And then when those are elected, and they have 4 seats each vacant, then in October, all the members of the boards of the mutuals will elect the GRF board from the candidates that apply in September.
Okay.
And so it's kind of a different situation, but it works out really well.
So if somebody's considering this, what type of skills or what type of things, are you looking for or encouraging people to?
For GRF, we really look for somebody who's been here a while. It's really hard to get on GRF and be a real contributor if you've been here a year. You really don't understand the village. You don't have to have served on a board previously, but it helps. If you served on either United or Third or all, then you know the processes, you know what's going on. And then we're looking for people with good common sense. You don't have to have great skills in some particular field. It's nice if you have a little bit of accounting background and you know how to look at a spreadsheet and know what you're looking at. If you have done anything in landscaping, that's one of the ones that I chair is landscaping. It helps. But mainly we're just looking for people who are interested and who have some good common sense and want to serve the village. It's a full-time job. Don't let anybody kid you. It's not just an hour a month. We put in a lot of times. I have 4 meetings today. So
wow. About how much time would you say is a typical week, or does it fluctuate?
It fluctuates. The first and second weeks of the month, I'm saying 30 to 40 hours. The third and fourth weeks of the month, it's down to about 20 hours.
And so, is most of the work done like in the boardroom with the other members, or is there other things that you're doing alone?
You have to do your background and research, and mainly it's committees and how many committees you serve on. And then once a month, you have your board meeting, which is all day, open meeting in the morning and closed meeting in the afternoon. But you have to get ready for that. You have to be prepared for that. We are just finishing budget time. That's taken a lot of time. We've had over 20 meetings getting ready for the budget. I was very disappointed both Monday when GRF had their televised budget meeting and yesterday when United did. Thirds is this morning. How few people came to the meeting. I'm hoping they're all watching it on Channel 6. But it just doesn't make sense. Then they complain about their assessments, or they don't like this or they don't like that, but they don't come to any of the open meetings that we have to develop all of that, to
yeah, it's one thing to watch it and be aware of what's going on, but it's also another to be there in person and have a voice.
I get a lot of complaints. I get a lot of compliments too, people who like what we're doing and appreciate us. But every time I get a complaint, the first thing I do is I ask them, did you vote? Because only about, in our mutual elections, only about 20, a little bit more, % of our members, residents, bother to vote. If you don't vote, you don't have a complaint. And then I ask them, did you go to any of the budget meetings with suggestions or problems with that? Well, no. That's up to you. So if you don't get involved, you can't complain.
That's a good point. So moving to town hall events.
Yes.
These are open to all residents, correct?
They are. And that's how we get feedback from our residents on what we're doing. Third started it a year or so ago. United took it up this year, and GRF said, okay, that's a good idea. So we're going to have our first town hall on Tuesday, August 22nd from 3 to 5 in the afternoon at Clubhouse 2. And everybody's invited. If all 18,000 residents came, there's no way we could accommodate them. But we know that they won't. So we do pick a larger place and invite anybody who has something to say. We hope everybody subscribes to What's Up in the Village, which is the Friday e-blast that we get that literally tells us what's going on in the village. And so look at those, tell us what your ideas are, what your complaints are, what we think you think we're doing well, what you think we could improve on. Come to the town hall and let us hear from you.
Okay, great. Yeah. So the subscribing to the What's Up in the Village by emailing the info at vmsinc.org. So that gets you set up to get get them automatically. The information.
Or you can go onto the website and you can subscribe through the website.
Okay. And then could you put through this email, could you also put your questions there or your suggestions there as well?
Absolutely.
Okay. But the town hall is a great way then if maybe you can't do the board meeting, which who knows how long those may go, at least the town hall, it's only a 2-hour time block.
Right.
And
But at
that
every
could be
board
better.
meeting, we have member comments, and they can email those comments in, they can telephone those comments in, they can watch it on Granicus or Zoom if they don't, if they can't get there in person. And of course, TV6 televises them, so we're hoping people are watching at home if they're not coming in. But it is kind of disappointing when you look out and see 6 people in the audience.
Yes, well, okay, residents, hopefully you will go to the next board meetings and the town hall as well. So you have an exciting new announcement. There are new veggie pods
Yes, this
that
is kind
are
of
available.
fun. We have 2 garden centers, Garden Center 1, Garden Center 2. And in Garden Center 2, we also know that we have a lot of people who like to get their hands in the dirt. They like to garden, but sometimes after a while you can't get up and down to weed, to get down on the ground and do those kinds of things. So the veggie pods are raised beds filled with good dirt that you can plant whatever you want in, and you can easily get to, and they're watered and everything. $50 a year, and you can get a veggie pod instead of a plot. You can't have both. But you
So
can
that's the one catch, is
Yeah.
if you have a veggie pod, then you have to give up your plot.
Right. And we have people waiting for the plots.
Okay.
But that way people, instead of just letting the plots go to waste because they can't do them
maintain it.
anymore, they can't
Yeah.
maintain them, they can do a veggie pod. And it would help.
Oh, yeah, not to have to, it seems like it would help with that back-breaking part of the work.
Yes,
About how
exactly.
tall, how big are the veggie pods? Do you know?
I do not have that information. I've seen them, but the exact dimensions I don't know.
And then
they're about waist high, so you can.
Okay. And then residents they're responsible for maintaining them and planting them. And then it says that there's access to water. So
Yes.
is that like the same thing that is
That
for
you
the
have for the
plots?
plots, yes.
Okay.
And you can have a partner. It has to be listed on your permit. But if you want to share a veggie pod with somebody, or if you know that you're going to be out of town for a while, et cetera, and you want somebody to maintain it for you, they have to be listed on your permit. So in order to get into the garden center and in order to work in the garden center, you have to be the owner of a plot or a veggie pod, or you have to be a partner on their permit.
Okay, so you can't just last minute be like,
Yeah,
oh, my
you just
next door
can't.
neighbor's coming in
Yeah,
too.
you just can't wander in and say, oh, this looks like fun, I'll play with this dirt for a while.
And so gardening, it's pretty big here in Laguna Woods Village.
It's very big here. I guess,
Is there like a wait list? You were saying people are
yes,
waiting to get plots?
There is a wait list. It's not as long as it used to be. We've got, Tom McRae took over administration of it a while ago, and they've really cut down that wait list, basically saying to people who have plots and don't maintain them, you've got to give them up. And then we can put somebody in there that will use them and maintain them. And it's hard. People who've been here for a long time and have had a plot, and they love that plot, but they just can't get up there and maintain it.
Well, and
really
I'm
work
sure a
with
lot
it.
of times you think, oh, well, I can't do it this month or maybe this summer, but I'll definitely come back in the fall or whatever.
Right,
so
exactly.
I can
And
see
that-
where time gets away sometimes.
Right, right. And they did last weekend have the big farmers market where people who had the plots and had vegetables and flowers and whatever sold them at Garden Center 1, and the residents could come into the farmers market, if you will, and get fresh.
Yeah, I
produce.
love that idea. I think that's amazing and unbelievable. Do you ever do any type of, like who can grow the biggest pumpkin or that kind of thing?
I don't think we've had any contests that way, but boy, at least the squash I've seen have been huge.
Wow. Yeah. I very much admire people that have a green thumb.
Yeah, I don't. Mine is very black. I can barely keep plastic flowers clean.
How many veggie pods will there be available or are you starting with like a certain amount?
Yeah, we
and then
are,
we'll add
and
more?
there aren't that many to start. Well, let's see how they go, and if they're very popular and we sell them, then they'll put in more. So
Okay.
it's kind of a new
exciting,
idea.
though. Well, and
but-
you also, that helps with the insects being up above the ground
Right,
as well. So,
right.
yeah, the veggie pods, what a great idea.
And the varmints. We do have rats and rabbits and whatever who
Yes.
like our veggies too.
Yes, yes. I was very upset for Mother's Day. I got some beautiful flowers from my husband and planted them in the dirt for me, and the rabbits came and ate all the buds.
Right.
So your last topic, the electric vehicle charging stations update.
Right. Now
What's
we
going
have
on with that?
7 stations here at the community center in the back, and then we have 2 stations up at our maintenance yard. We have a combination of level 2, which we put in first, and level 3, which are the high-speed chargers. Now, one of the regulations that we have through SCE is that they have to be available to the general public, so they can't be behind our gates.
Okay.
And that's why they're here at the community center, where anybody can use them, and the maintenance yard is also open, not behind a gate. So we put them in about 5 years ago, and we have not raised the price since. And the price of gasoline, price of electricity, not gasoline, no gas, has gone up and up and up. So basically we've taken a look at it and said, we're gonna have to be like the rest of the market. And we did a survey of all of the charging stations in the area around us and how much they charged, et cetera. And we have 2 charges. For level 2, for residents and employees, it has gone up from 17 cents a kilowatt to 31. And then for outsiders who are not residents or employees, it was 30 cents and it's gone to 40 cents. And then for level 3, which is the high-speed charger, it's gone from 25 cents to 31 cents for residents and employees, and from 34 cents to 44 cents for non-residents, outside people who want to use our chargers.
So is there like a special key or something that therefore you get the lower oh, that's how they know you're a resident or not?
Yeah, we have to put in your resident number.
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, wonderful. And then, so there's 9 stations. Is that enough to serve the whole community?
It is not enough, and we have this all the time. We're looking at how can we put in more. Now, in 3rd, where they have garages, they can put charging stations in their garage. It's very difficult in the carports, and that means all of our co-op, they only have carports, and we have electricity in there, but you can't charge 2 or 3 cars at the same time. They have to charge them one at a time, and I get this time period, you get this time period, and it's very slow. It could take all night to charge your card. But it's very difficult for us because it's not just something that we have control over. We have to depend on Southern California Edison to give us the power, for us to give the power to the residents. Okay. And if they won't upgrade and their transformers and get the power upgraded to our areas, we can't do very much. So we have been looking at putting them in clubhouse parking lots. But again, people say, well, I don't want to just sit in my car for an hour or 2 while it charges. What are we going to do while it's in? Many of the outside ones are in commercial lots so that they can go to the store while their car is charging,
right.
et cetera.
Right.
So it's a difficult problem, but we've really been working on it. M&C looks at it constantly and trying to find better answers.
Okay. Well, we will be happy to see better answers as things happen in the future, and this is good information. So thank you so much for being here today. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
All right, stay with us. We have announcements and weather coming up right after the break.
At Healing Hearts Emergency Animal Hospital, we are dedicated to emergency veterinary care through high-quality veterinary services and compassion. We offer state-of-the-art diagnostics at competitive pricing. Our doctors will see and care for dogs, cats, and most exotics. In case of emergency, rest assured Healing Hearts Emergency is here for you when your primary veterinarian is closed. Open nights, weekends, and all major holidays.
A will is not enough to avoid probate. However, if you have a will, a trust, a complete estate plan, then you will avoid probate. We encourage you to come meet with us. It's complimentary. We'll review the estate plan, make sure that it's current, covers all of your assets, and you're actually protected.
I'd like to personally thank L.S. Carlson Law for all my family's estate planning needs. I highly recommend them to everyone.
Hi, I'm Linda Honey. I'd be happy to help you and your family. Please call us today.
Hi, remember us?
We're back.
Christine and Jack from the Jewelry Box,
which is now the Jewelry Box Estate Buyers.
Relocated in a new spot in our old shopping center.
But we're still Orange County's preeminent buyer of gold, jewelry, watches, and flatware.
And we're still a full jewelry repair center. And with our 3 graduate gemologists, we're still here to appraise your special pieces.
And like always, at the Jewelry Box Estate Buyers,
it's about trust.
Welcome back to This Day. Let's take a look at announcements. If you're attending the Financial Forum Club monthly meeting, there's a change of location for this month only. Today, the Financial Forum Club will meet at the usual time at 3 p.m., but it will be held in Clubhouse 3 in dining room number 2. And taking a look at today's weather, there'll be a slight chance of showers before noon, then mostly cloudy with a high of 77. Tonight, it will be calm after midnight. On Friday, it'll be partly sunny with a high of 78 and a low of 64. Patchy fog over the nighttime. Saturday will be fog in the morning. Otherwise, it'll be mostly sunny with a high of 80 and a low of 63. Sunday is mostly sunny with a high of 80 and a low of 62. And Monday will be partly cloudy in the morning and then sunny for the rest of the day with a high of 81 and a low of 63. Tomorrow on This Day, Michael Taylor returns here in the studio, and that is it for This Day. You can catch us again at 12:30 and 5 p.m. or anytime on YouTube. I'll be back next Wednesday. Thank you for watching This Day. I'm Bobby Higgins.
Hi there, it's Bob Eubanks. You probably know me from the Newlywed Game, but what you may not know is I'm the only living person to have produced a Beatles show all 3 years they toured America. I've put together a great show called Backstage with the Beatles. I tell seldom or never before heard stories that lead up to music with a Beatle band on stage with me, Ticket to Ride. We're going to be here, Laguna Woods, in the Pack, September 23rd at 7 p.m.